Welcome to the Courtroom Chronicles. This channel is dedicated to educational content based on real-life cases and true events. This content shared here is drawn directly from the actual case file, and no names, places, or items have been changed. However, the content has been carefully summarized and presented for educational purposes in a comprehension format to inform, enlighten, and spark meaningful discussions. Whether you're here to learn, reflect, or simply understand the real-world scenarios better, you're in the right place. We believe in the power of truthful storytelling to educate and inspire. Disclaimer: while all stories are based on real cases, they are presented in a condensed and structured format for clarity and learning. Viewer discretion is advised where necessary. This case is cited from the Nigerian High Court online file, which is public record. This is a case Senator Simon Sule Ajibola v. Solomon Olusegun Olusola and two others. In the quiet courtroom of the High Court of Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, on the 28th of January 2021, Justice Y. Halilu sat to preside over a matter that, at first glance, seemed like a mere procedural hiccup. Yet, at its core, it was a lesson in legal discretion, the tension between form and substance, and the pursuit of justice over technicalities. The story begins. Senator Simon Sule Ajibola, the plaintiff in the suit, had filed an action against three defendants: Solomon Olusegun Olusola, Opera News Hub, the publisher of Opera News Online, and Mr. Isaac Omogbenle Adeyemi. The case, recorded as CV 1689/2020, had been properly initiated, with a writ of summons filed on the 1st of June 2020. But there was a snag. A simple clerical error during the reprinting of the front page of the writ had resulted in the court heading mistakenly reading High Court of Justice of Kwara State, Ilorin Judicial Division, Holden at Ilorin, instead of High Court of the FCT, Abuja Judicial Division. Despite the body of the writ and accompanying documents correctly indicating the FCT High Court, this one error became the center of a legal storm. Realizing the gravity of the misnomer, the plaintiff, through his counsel, applied to the court to amend the writ, attaching a schedule of amendment labeled Exhibit B. In his affidavit and written address, the plaintiff's counsel argued passionately, citing several authorities including Adewumi v. Attorney General of Ekiti State and Akpan v. State, asserting that mistakes happen and justice must not be sacrificed on the altar of technicalities. The defendants fight back, but the defendants, particularly the third defendant, did not take this lightly. Through an 8-paragraph counter-affidavit, they contended that the writ was fatally defective and could not be salvaged by amendment. Their counsel argued that the error in the heading rendered the writ incurably bad, and therefore incompetent, invoking Yusuf v's Mobil Oil Nigeria plc and Hours v Adeniji to support their position. They leaned heavily on Order 2 Rule 5 of the court's civil procedure rules, which stipulates the standard forms for a writ. Since the plaintiff's writ allegedly did not conform to the prescribed format, they argued it was a nullity. The turning point. The court speaks. Justice Halilu, calm and methodical, reviewed all submissions, weighing the plaintiff's affidavit, the defendant's counter, and the reply affidavit. With reference to judicial precedents such as Akaninwo v. Nensarim and Anakwe v. Oladeji, his lordship emphasized the court's leaning toward allowing amendments that promote justice. He noted that though courts may refuse amendments in deserving cases, this was not one of them. The amendment sought was minor and did not affect the substance of the matter. More so, the writ bore the FCT court's official seal, and all the accompanying processes, including the statement of claim and witness statements, were correctly addressed to the Abuja High Court. This is a misnomer that this court can remedy, Justice Halilu concluded. Judgment delivered with judicial discretion and a commitment to fairness, Justice Halilu ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The amendment was granted. Senator Simon Sule Ajibola had won this round because the error was trivial, but because justice demanded that substance should triumph over form. Who won, and why? The plaintiff, Senator Simon Sule Ajibola, won. The court allowed his application to amend the writ of summons. Despite the objection raised by the defendants, the judge found that the error was not fundamental enough to render the entire suit incompetent. The court was persuaded by the fact that the body of the documents, court seals, and other materials all aligned with the correct jurisdiction, and that denying the amendment would effectively deny the plaintiff his right to fair hearing. The defendants lost because their argument focused on form over substance. While they correctly cited procedural rules and precedents, they failed to demonstrate that the error caused any real injustice or confusion. The court, applying established principles, found no compelling reason to deny the amendment. Reflections: how it could have been avoided. This courtroom drama could have been entirely avoided with better internal processes and attention to detail. Diligent proofreading, a simple final review of the heading before filing, could have prevented the error. Standardized templates, using verified court forms, especially those mandated under Order 2, Rule 5, would help ensure compliance. Quality control. Law firms should adopt internal checks where senior staff review all filings prepared by junior staff or clerks. Proactive communication. Confirming document compliance with court registry standards before filing may help preempt such issues. Training for legal teams. Ensuring that all staff are trained in procedural law and clerical accuracy can significantly reduce such mistakes. In the end, this case is not just a legal ruling. It is a story of how the courts strive to balance the letter and spirit of the law, correcting human errors while preserving the sanctity of justice. Thanks so much for watching. Fam, I really appreciate you spending your time with me. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and let me know what you think about the case. I love hearing your thoughts and feedback. And hey, if you felt a connection or learned something new, give this video a like and share it with someone who might enjoy it too. Until next time, stay safe, stay real, and I'll catch you in the next one.